All right, now, in colder climates, it's common to hear about winterizing your pipes. But in San Diego, Scott Farrell from Black Mountain Plumbing is here to tell us what we need to know. Scott, how are you?
I'm good.
All right, real quick. 10% off up to $500 when you call Black Mountain Plumbing. Just ask them about that when you mention Approved Home Pros. And for an inspection, too, you guys will come out and do that.
Yeah, an inspection is good because you just want to find out the main things that could be a problem and just get in and get out just so you know where the shutoffs are and stuff and any real quick problems.
And it'd be surprising how many people don't know where their shutoffs are.
Yeah, most people don't know how to shut their water off or their gas if there's an emergency.
So today we want to talk about winterizing. I mean, not that a big area of San Diego you have to be concerned about your pipes freezing, but it does get cold, especially in the lower areas, even in El Cajon. What do you recommend as far as winterizing your plumbing system?
Exposed pipes outside or underneath the house or in the attic, they should be wrapped. You know, if you're going to be away, turn the water off, leave your heat on to like 40 degrees. Because it does freeze in some of the valleys and mountains around here.
And I know it's required by code to put that foam around the pipes. What do you think about that?
Well, it's an R2 value, which is the lowest R value that you're going to have for any kind of installation. So it helps, but it's not going to help so much that it's going to, give you that insurance that you're really wanting.
Okay, but just in case somebody doesn't know watching at home, why do we care about winterizing the pipes? What will happen if they freeze?
So anything that's liquid, when it freezes, it expands, and then the pipes crack, and then when the water thaws, it's on full pressure until you come home.
Okay.
So the pipes could burst.
They do burst, yeah.
So what about the cold water side of things? Should we talk about that? And I know that can be kind of the opposite situation, right?
Yeah, that'll be in summertime. A lot of houses that have their piping in the attic, they don't have any cold water on the hot side. I mean, pardon me, they don't have any hot water. They don't have any cold water on the cold side because it's ran in the attic. The attic's 140 degrees, and so they can only put like fans in their attic to get rid of all that hot air, which is going to save their energy bill and give them cool water.
But this all comes down to maintenance issues, right? What maintenance issues do we have to worry about throughout the year?
Flush your water heater. Make sure you maintain a good pressure regulator on your house and good shutoff valves and an expansion tank on your water heater.
And we've talked about this before about water heaters. There's tank type and tankless that both need maintenance annually, correct?
Yeah. Tankless water heaters probably require the most maintenance, and unless you want to use your system correctly the way it's designed for a tankless, they're going to be more of a hindrance than anything.
All right, this is a personal question for me. I got to ask it because you brought up water heaters. I don't know what's going on in my house, but as of about a week ago, we had hot water. It was great, lasted the whole time with me, my wife, my two boys. Now, it barely gets hot at all. If I couldn't even call it hot. I'd say warm, and it doesn't last.
Are you sure the boys aren't using up the water before you get there?
Before it didn't matter. I don't know, Greg, to be honest with you. I'm worried about my water heater, or what could it be, Scott? I mean,
well, you told me when your house was built, and because of the time frame when your house was built, there was a time in those 5 years when the dip tube in the water heaters, which brings the water from the top of the water heater down to the bottom, so it's more efficient. Usually that failed and dropped off, and so the water's probably coming in the top of the water heater and going right out the top.
So it could be a simple fix that Black Mountain Plumbing could come out, we could diagnose it.
We could change your dip tube, check and see if it's your dip tube. But if it is that time frame water heater that we talked about, when they were all bad, no matter what manufacturer they were, we're not going to want to fix it because that's an old water heater.
Oh, okay. So maybe
you should have bought a brand new house, you'd be okay.
Well, that's what home warranties are for.
And I can't believe you just called me a dip tube, but that's okay. We have
dipstick.
We'll
probably change the heater.
We have a fan question to get to for you, Scott. Sometimes we get a loud knock inside our walls. I think either it's the plumbing or my husband has someone hostage that I don't know about. Either way, it worries me.
Well, noises are hard to find because there's so many things that it could be, and sound travels. So it could be, the problem could be emanating from one place and sounding 40, 50 feet away. So it's a variable things we have to do to troubleshoot it. We'll diagnose it by the hour for that until we figure out what is causing the problem, because there's so many different things it could be.
All right, Scott, Black Mountain Plumbing. By the way, Lily
Thank you.
in Escondido, thank you for that question, and you can send your questions to ApprovedHomePros.com as well, and we'll read them on air. Hey, you can get 10% off up to $500 when you mention Approved Home Pros through Black Mountain Plumbing. Just ask them about that, and they'll come out and check your dip pipe.
We'll check whatever you want, but you pretty much have to ask us because we're just not really into selling things. So
I love it. You're just an honest company. That's why we love you being a part of this. Thank you, my